Hello, my friends. In today's reading in 2 Samuel chapters 3 through 5, we see where David finally becomes king over all of Israel. For you see, when Saul was killed, it was only Judah, his own tribe, that came and made him king, and he moved to Hebron and was king over Judah for 7.5 years. In chapter 3, verse 1, it says there was a long wars between Benjamin and the other tribes and David and the tribe of Judah. But in chapter number 5, we see where all of Israel came together and surrounded and made him king over all of Israel. But during those 7.5 years, there were problems. Remember, he was being opposed, and it was primarily Benjamin, and the captain of Benjamin's army was Abner, and the leader of Benjamin was Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, but during that time, both of them were murdered. And I see, like we talked about yesterday, David loving the unlovable. We see another case of this where David lamented, and he wanted everyone to mourn for both Abner, the leader of the army of the north, and Ishbosheth. So we see this, but I think the important thing for us to recognize today is that even though David was promised the kingship, it took a while. It was a progression before he totally received the promise. And oftentimes, when God gives us a promise, that it takes some time. And even though it looks like things are going well, that there is going to be battles, there's going to be struggles, there's going to be things before God gives us the complete victory. Sometimes he might be working things out around the circumstances around us, and sometimes he might be working something out in us. But we must continue to have that love towards those around us even before we receive the total promise. Even in the sense of heaven, God's got a promise of peace and a promise where there'll never be any pain and problems again. But in the journey to receive the full promise, there's going to be battles, there's going to be trials and difficulties, but we've got to stay true to him. David spent 7.5 years in Hebron, just with these battles and these struggles. And I'm sure he was desiring for the full promise to come to pass. And later it did come to pass, and he was king over all of Israel for 33 years, so a total of 40 years. But I say to you today, my friends, let's not get weary in well-doing. For if we continue to be faithful to God, we're going to reap if we do not faint. That's what Paul said in Galatians. So God bless you as we continue towards the promises that God has given us. Don't get discouraged. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.